On Saturday, July 19th, 2025, Gloria Hallelujah Woods, professionally known as GloRilla, was in Indianapolis performing at the halftime show of the ATAD WNBA All-Star Game at Gainbridge Fieldhouse. While she delivered her set to thousands, an event was unfolding in her absence more than 500 miles away in Georgia. 3 intruders forcibly entered her home in Forsyth County's St. Marlowe subdivision in the early morning hours. An occupant inside the house, not GloRilla, fired shots at the burglars, who fled the scene without successfully completing their theft. No injuries were reported. What happened next would create the circumstances that made her birthday celebration, 9 days later, exceptionally significant in ways that extended far beyond typical social media engagement. As police responded to the burglary and began investigating, deputies detected what they described as a strong odor consistent with illegal narcotics inside the master bedroom closet and in plain view elsewhere in the home. Investigators found what authorities characterized as a significant amount of marijuana. Drug task force agents were called. The search also yielded what they classified as a Schedule I controlled substance. On July 22nd, 3 days after the burglary, and still while she was performing scheduled tour dates, GloRilla voluntarily turned herself in to the Forsyth County Sheriff's Office. She was charged with 2 felony counts: possession of marijuana over 1 ounce and possession of a Schedule I controlled substance.
They need to have justice for Glo, because basically what had happened was she got arrested for drug possession.
The charges carried serious legal weight under Georgia law. She posted a $22,260 bond and was released the same day. The case remained active, with detectives continuing their investigation into both the burglary and the drugs recovered at her residence. GloRilla's public response came through social media. On X, she posted a statement addressing the situation directly. "CZ, my house got home invaded Saturday while I was in Indianapolis performing for the WNBA All-Star Game, and instead of focusing on finding the suspects, they focus on some cannabis. 1. I wasn't busted. 2. My house got robbed. 3. I wasn't home." She characterized the situation with a sense of frustration, emphasizing that she had not been present when drugs were discovered, that she was the victim of a crime, and questioning law enforcement's priorities. 6 days after turning herself in, on July 28, 2025, GloRilla posted to Instagram to commemorate her 26th birthday. She shared what she called her Glow Day celebration through a series of professional photographs. The images showed her in carefully styled looks that conveyed power and confidence. Her hairstylist, Barbie the Hair God, later described the aesthetic as fiery, feisty, ferocious. In the primary image, GloRilla wore bedazzled shimmery lingerie with a fire gradient effect mirroring her hair color. The one piece was adorned with jewelry, and her nails were styled with what appeared to be Human Torch-inspired designs, complete with photoshopped fire effects added to the final image. The photographer had captured her standing with assured posture, makeup applied with precision, her expression conveying the exact message the photoshoot intended: a woman in control, unaffected by external circumstances, celebrating herself. She posted a second carousel containing additional images from the shoot, including a neutral-tone 2-piece outfit that draped across her body in a more relaxed composition. Her caption read simply, "Happy Glow Day to Queen Leo." She added a joke to her followers, tagging #30 to jokingly suggest she had turned 30 rather than 26. The tone was playful, self-assured, and defiantly celebratory. The response was immediate and substantial. Across Instagram and other platforms, fans engaged with the posts at rates that indicated genuine enthusiasm. The phrase, double tapping, referring to the action of liking content twice on Instagram, became shorthand in discussions about the post's reception. Social media users flooded the comments section with expressions of support, with many praising her for not allowing her legal situation to dampen her birthday celebration. The narrative that emerged from fan commentary positioned her as resilient, unbothered, and focused on self-love despite serious charges pending against her. Within her industry circle, she received public acknowledgement of her birthday. Yo Gotti, the Memphis rapper and founder of Collective Music Group, the label that signed GloRilla in July 2022 and functioned as her primary professional mentor and supporter, shared a birthday post. Gotti wrote on social media, "Everybody go wish Biggie GLO happy birthday. The world is yours and we behind you 1,000,000,000% since day one. Enjoy your day, keep ballin' at GloRilla Pimp." He included in his own story a video of him presenting her with an Audemars Piguet luxury watch as a birthday gift, emphasizing the professional and personal investment he maintained in her trajectory. NLE Choppa, the fellow Memphis rapper with whom GloRilla maintained a collegial relationship within their shared city's music scene, also engaged with her birthday content.
Starting the day off, it's my celebration day.
He replied to her posts with video clips from his own appearance at the BET Awards, creating a moment of cross-promotion and peer recognition between the two artists. The timing of these posts and the response they generated operated within a specific context that gave them additional weight. GloRilla had, by July 2025, established herself as one of the most significant figures in contemporary female rap. Her trajectory had been remarkably swift. In May 2022, just 3 years before this birthday celebration, she had released FNF, Let's Go, produced by Hitkid, a track that became a cultural phenomenon on TikTok and beyond. The song reached number 42 on the Billboard Hot 100 and earned her a nomination for Best Rap Performance at the 65th Annual Grammy Awards in 2023, an achievement for an artist at the beginning of her professional career. Following that breakthrough, she signed to Collective Music Group in July 2022, becoming the first female artist to sign to Yo Gotti's label. She released the EP Anyways, Life's Great in November 2022, which debuted at number 11 on the Billboard 200 and sold close to 400,000 units, establishing it as the biggest label. Dop Dupree EP from a female rapper in 3 years. The project included Tomorrow 2, her collaboration with Cardi B, which reached number 9 on the Billboard Hot 100 and achieved double platinum certification. In 2024, she released her commercial mixtape, A Thang in April, which debuted at number 18 on the Billboard 200 and generated over 550 million streams. The project featured Yeah Glow and Wanna Be with Megan Thee Stallion, both of which charted in the Billboard Hot 100 Top 40. That September, she performed Yeah Glow and TGIF at the MTV Video Music Awards, where she received 4 nominations. In October 2024, she released her debut studio album, Amal, Glorious, which debuted at number 5 on the Billboard 200 with 69,000 album equivalent units sold in its first week. The album included 15 tracks and featured collaborations with Megan Thee Stallion, Latto, Sexy Red, and T-Pain. By the time she celebrated her 26th birthday in July 2025, GloRilla had accumulated multiple Grammy nominations. She received 2 additional nominations for Yeah Glow at the 67th Annual Grammy Awards in the Best Rap Performance and Best Rap Song categories, marking her 2nd and 3rd Grammy nominations overall. She had been recognized on Rolling Stone's list of Best Albums of 2024, with Glorious placing at number 25. Her single, TGIF, was listed as one of the best songs of 2024 at number 29. She had performed sold-out dates on the Hot Girls Summer Tour with Megan Thee Stallion. Her Instagram following had grown to 7.1 million followers. She represented, by any measurable standard, one of the fastest rising and most commercially successful rappers of her generation. Against this backdrop of professional achievement and industry recognition, the birthday photo moment took on a particular significance. Here was an artist at the apex of her commercial and critical momentum, facing serious felony charges that could potentially disrupt her career trajectory, choosing to mark her birthday with a carefully orchestrated display of glamour and confidence. The photo shoot itself appeared to have been planned before the legal troubles emerged. The production value, styling coordination, and professional photography all suggested advanced planning rather than a rushed response. The message conveyed through the images operated on multiple levels. On the surface, it was a conventional celebrity birthday post, no different in form from thousands of similar posts shared by entertainers annually. The styling, the professional photography, the public celebration, these were standard elements of how successful artists maintained their public presence and connection with their fan base. Yet, the context transformed the meaning. Enforcement on felony charges shared while facing the uncertainty of legal proceedings. The images became something more than vanity or routine brand maintenance. They became a statement about how GloRilla chose to present herself in a moment of significant vulnerability. The response from her fan base revealed how her audience interpreted these images. The comments sections of her posts overflowed with messages of encouragement, birthday wishes, and explicit acknowledgement of what they perceived as her refusal to be diminished by legal circumstances. Phrases like, "unbothered," "that's a queen," and "let her cook" appeared repeatedly, with the latter phrase becoming part of the narrative around the post itself. "Let her cook," in hip-hop vernacular, refers to allowing an artist's space to work, create, and establish themselves without interference. In the context of GloRilla's birthday photos posted during legal trouble, the phrase took on additional connotation. It became an expression of support for her right to continue living her life, celebrating her achievements, and maintaining her presence despite external pressures. The post also functioned as a response to what she had articulated on social media regarding her arrest. She had been emphatic that she was not present when the drugs were discovered, that the situation arose from a crime committed against her home, and that law enforcement's focus should have remained on Haddis apprehending the burglars. The birthday celebration could be read as her reassertion of agency and normalcy in the face of what she characterized as an unfair situation. It was a statement that she would not allow the circumstances to halt her life or her career momentum. Yo Gotti's public birthday post and gift carried particular weight within this context. The Audemars Piguet watch he presented was not simply a luxury item, it was a public gesture of continued professional support and personal confidence. It signaled that her label head, her mentor, and one of Memphis's most powerful figures in hip-hop stood with her during the legal uncertainty. This was significant because record labels often distance themselves from artists facing serious criminal charges, particularly while cases remain active. Gotti's overt display of support was a meaningful statement in the industry, suggesting that he was not moving to distance himself or